Well, it looks like Gillette is back at it again. And you would think they would learn their lesson after that debacle they created with that previous commercial that they did talking about toxic masculinity. But I have a feeling that this commercial right here won't be as reactive as that one, and I think I know why. I believe that reason is because in that commercial, the main focal point or the main target was white men. It had other races of men mixed in there, but it was primarily white men, and I think that's why it was a huge pushback. But I have a feeling this one won't get as much of a reception. So, in this commercial, this brand new Gillette commercial that just got released this week, maybe last week, you have a father, is a black father, as you can see, he's in the top right corner, teaching his child how to shave. Now, that's considered a rites of passage for any father teaching their son how to shave for the first time. But there's one major issue here, and it's not, I can't even say it's minor, it's definitely major. The child the teen that he's teaching how to shave for the first time is not a biologically born male. This is a biologically born female that is transitioning into a man or a male. This is a transgendered individual shaving. Now, I don't know many women that can grow facial hair like that unless they're taking something in order for that to happen, in which they will be transitioning. So you mean to tell me, Gillette, that you had an opportunity to do an impactful commercial highlighting black fathers with their black sons, teaching their sons how to shave for the first time, and you dropped the ball that easily by getting a individual who's transitioning from one gender to the next, quote unquote, and thought that this would be a good idea and it was somehow smooth over with black people? Hell, I'm sure it's some people in that community, the LGBT community, that aren't receptive to this either. Because I'm almost certain that many of them are tired of being exploited. Some of them won't say that they're tired of it, but truth be told, I think many of them are. Like, this is a huge slap in the face to fathers with actual sons, to black fathers with actual sons who actually would have enjoyed something like this. Like, what exactly are they shaving? Like, there's no hair follicles that are growing there unless they're taking something in order for hair to grow there. That's pretty much the only thing. That's the only way. Because most women I know, the only thing that they shave are their legs, their underarms, and between their legs, in which most of them usually get a wax. Now, some of them do have a little bit of a peach fuzz, and they get that trimmed too, but not to the point where it's like full on thick, to the point where they look like Mama Payne on Martin. But to put a person in a commercial, and it's supposed to be highlighting a black father and their son having a bonding moment in which he's teaching his son how to shave for the first time, but using a person who's biologically born a female, is a complete and utter disrespect to the fathers who've actually done this or plan on doing this with their sons in the future. I know what they're trying to do. To black men out there listening, this is what they would most likely prefer to see in the future. They would prefer to see a person who was not biologically born a male to transition into that, and that's what they want to, quote unquote, replace us with. The same thing can be used for women. For anyone who was biologically born a male and transitioning into being a female, that's what they want the future for us to look like. And they expect us to just be okay with this, because even though the LGBT community represents a very, 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 and I do mean very small population, they have gotten a lot of shit done mainly because of money backing. And that's why it's gotten to the point where you can't even give them an indictment without them saying you're homophobic or anything such as that. They have literally almost gotten to the same scale as these goddamn white supremacists out here. If you, or not even them, to the Jewish community, if you even say anything bad about them, they're ready to come out with their pitchforks and ready to take you out. See, they're going to expect that we're not going to say anything about this, and we're just going to let this slide. This is the second commercial that they have done where they pretty much have done an attack on men, but this one's a direct attack on black men. And I also read another comment somewhere too. They said, notice whenever they're pushing an agenda like such as this, that they usually use a darker skin toned or more brown in skin tone person to push it, that they'll never use a person who is quote unquote lighter skin or quote unquote biracial to push that. It's another reason why they're doing that too, because in society they'll always equate the darker the skin, the more, well, for a man, the more darker the skin, the more masculine he is. So in order for them to break that, they'll have to use an image such as this. Oh, it's layers to this thing right here. It's way deeper than one might think. But I just thought it's just like, wow. Should I be shocked or surprised? No. But I am extremely disappointed, especially with Father's Day coming right around the corner. Like, this would have been perfect if they used, like I said, if they use an actual boy. And you got some people that saying, what's so wrong about that? What's so wrong about... Listen, everything is wrong with that. If you do not, if you as a black person, especially as a black man, do not see something wrong with this, then I'm going to need you to get your head examined. Now, to the ladies, imagine if they created a commercial for women, you know, for a shaving product, and they used a biologically born black boy who's transitioning into a black teenager or a black female, and they were promoting that. How would you feel about that? Quiet as it's kept, some would agree to it, and that's worse because you're endorsing it. But this is definitely an issue, and it's definitely a problem. Because a lot of the times, whenever they're doing stuff like this, it usually always gets thrusted on to us, and they expect us not to be outraged or feel some type of way about it. But it's just the fact that they use a person who they know is born a female to help promote Gillette, which is a pretty much a male product, on themselves shaving. Like, when's the last time you seen a woman shave her face? I can't remember the last time ever hearing or seeing that until today with this ad right here. And they can say they feel like a boy, or they can say that they feel like a girl all they want. But that's, at the end of the day, that's all you're doing, is you're feeling like something. You're not actually that person. You're just feeling that way. I feel like I should be a millionaire, but unfortunately, it doesn't reflect in my bank account, at least not yet. So I can't go out and do millionaire things. But that's really all I wanted to talk about with this. It's definitely an agenda being pushed, you know, and that's one thing that a lot of people in that community hate when we say, is when there's an agenda being pushed, because every time they'll say that, they'll say, what agenda? Y'all know exactly what agenda it is. Y'all know exactly what it is. And to be honest, while people are upset about this, another group that should be pissed within that community are the black men of that community, because I'm almost certain many of them probably shave too. But some of them will probably most likely keep quiet because they don't want to ruffle feathers. But I don't care. I'm going to call out bullshit when I see it. And this is exactly what this is. Some bullshit. I highly doubt that they will use a white family to push or promote an image like this. I've yet to see it, and we probably won't see it. At least if they did, what they'll do is with the white, if they did this with a white male and everything like that, they'll use another white male even if the son is gay. They will allow them to at least still hold their masculinity intact. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I will talk to you in the next one.